Hi, this is Marlene Dinarius here, and I'm continuing on with Hawkins, an inquiry into the nature and principles of Thoroughbass on a new plan, London 1817. And this chapter and section is called On Harmony and Music in Parts, and we are heading into the meat of the topic, so to speak, now that we have got the preliminaries out of the way. So, harmony, says Hawkins, so far as is necessary for the consideration of music in parts, will be found in music to consist of the relative proportion of thirds. The consonances which will be found used on this occasion are the octave, the fifth, and the third, the 15th, the 12th, and the 10th. The 10th is, in fact, only the third above the octave. So here's the octave, here's the third above the octave. The 12th is the fifth above. So here's the first fifth, and here's the second fifth. And the 15th, the double octave. Which last extent is generally as far as the pitch of the human voice will, in its natural state, reach, without having recourse to what are called the notes in a feigned or forced voice. Music in parts may be in general characterized as consisting of 4 parts, which, to describe it by the usual distribution of instruments, comprises the bass, tenor, second violin or countertenor, and first violin or treble parts. For where compositions are extended to 7 or 8 parts, etc., it is only by repeating some of the parts upon other instruments. In music of 4 parts, the proportions of each are thus arranged. The bass contains the key note, for example here, C. The tenor, the 10th or third above the octave of the key note. The second violin, the 12th or 5th above the octave, and the treble, the octave. The whole forming an harmony of the key note, its third, 5th, and 8th. For the keynote, the octave and double octave are all the same sound, and if, as has been before noticed, all those keys were struck at the same time on the pianoforte, or in this case on the spinet, but one sound would be heard. Or the parts might be thus distributed. Bass, the key note. Tenor, the third. Second violin, the 5th. And the first violin or treble, the 8th. Bass, tenor, second violin, first violin or treble. so that the foundation of all harmony is evidently the combination of the proportions of 1, 3, 5, 8. And all these are plainly thirds. For the third is a third to the keynote. So here the keynote is C, the third E. The third is also a third from the fifth. The fifth is 1/3 to the third, and 2/3 to the keynote. The octave and the keynote are, it is well known, the same sound.